Happy Mary Monday. You tuned in to Real Talk with Mary Jae, and we're live on New Orleans Talk Network. We want you to have a Merry Monday this morning. I hope you're having a Merry Monday already. We're live in the studio on Real Talk with Mary Jae. I am your host, Mary Jae. I have been going forward with the focus on the family during the entire month of July, and now we're in August, and we're going to continue this focus because we have so much more to cover. I have some amazing people that were in the studio already, that have came into the studio. We had my boy Pastor Steve Allen from Destiny Christian Center, all the way from LaPlace, Louisiana, and his lovely daughter Pastor Brittany was in here, and we talked about the man and the mentor. We talked about the PK, the life of a PK kid. It's rough, y'all, but we go through some things. And then we also talked about bridging the gap between family, marriage, and ministry. But guess what? I hope you're holding on to your seats, because I came in here this morning. I said, look, I'm not looking for a wolf today. I'm looking for a fox. Where my girl Fox at. Fox is in the house, y'all. She's in the studio with us as we focus on the family. My girl has a phenomenal story. I mean, and God is just using her and her boys in such a tremendous way. They are doing it. They're shaking up the city of New Orleans. And I mean, they have some amazing things going forward. My girl is going to tell you a little bit about herself. I mean, because there's so much more about her that I don't know. She's my girl, and we met some time ago, a few years ago, at my daughter's show, right, Fox? Yes. We met at my daughter's show, and we've been connected since then. And she is definitely a woman of treasure by every means of the word. And she's just holding it down and keeping it solid for her and her family. And she has her wonderful son. Freedom is in the studio on today. Woo-hoo. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, Fox, my girl.
Mary Jae, I can't even begin to tell you how honored we are. I mean, not just to grace the studios with you, but also to know that your focus is on the family. There is nothing more important to me than our families are. So to be able to be here with you and talk about my favorite doggone subject,
that's
the
right.
Family.
That's right.
God gave us a lot. You know, when you talk about the cattle on 1,000 hills is mine and all of that good stuff, God has given us so much health and strength. But one of the most beautiful things that God gave us was family. Yeah, I want you to be here by yourself. I know you need other people. I know that it is you need other human beings to make you feel human. So
right.
There's no better conversation that we could have, because to me it answers every other question. If you got family, then you got wealth. If you got family, you've got health. If you've got family, you've got a legacy. If you got family, you've got support. If you got family, you got love. When you got family, you got every doggone thing you need.
I know that's right.
Right up in there.
I know that's right, girl. Look, and Fox, focus on the family. When I think of family, the union, of course, there's some amazing families.
Yes.
But the rich family, the Roberts and the Freedom and the Justice and the Fox and all of the rich family, that's powerful. And I just love the way you guys just stay connected. I love the motivation. I love the enthusiasm, and you guys are really doing it. Freedom.
Well, thank you. It definitely took a village, and back to the what my mother said about the institution of family. So it's definitely helped to raise us, and it continues to further advances. Continues to further advance our ambitions of being able to pour back into our community.
Yes, and you all are doing that. So, Fox, we're talking about family matters.
Let's talk about family matters. I think the best thing that I can do is share my story, Mary Jae, which is one that is definitely a heart-wrenching story, and one that where we have allowed God to use us to be a reflection of light. As most married couples, my husband asked me when we reached that 7-year itch. Was probably really about 9 years for us, and we're saying, "Oh my God, what am I doing here? What are we doing?"
Right.
And my husband asked me. He said, "Did you think that the good, the best, would come first? When we take those vows, it's for better or for worse." And he says, "Fox, did you think the better was gonna come first?" And I paused for a minute, Mary Jae, and I had to catch myself because it dawned on me that,
That's what we think. That
Yeah.
normally that's what we think.
I thought that the
Right.
best was gonna come first, not all of this for so many years. But it was 1997, and my husband and I had dated for 10 years on and off, and he finally asked me to marry him when we weren't dating. Between us, we would have three children to our union. His from a previous relationship, ours together, and then mine from a previous relationship. And so one of the things that we started off doing was just knowing that there is no that's yours and that's
That's
mine.
right.
That whatever we
Exactly.
have in our union, they all belong to us.
That's
So
right.
just little words that I think that are so nasty in our society is the word step,
Thank you, Fox. Thank you.
stepchild,
Yes.
step parent.
I don't
That's my
use that.
stepson.
I don't use it.
That's my my stepmother. Though that word to me is unacceptable, and to my husband because we figured from the onset of our union that either you in or you out. And
Absolutely.
ain't no half in betweens, ain't no halfways. Either you're fully committed to being a parent or a mother or a husband or a wife or a brother or a sister, or you're not committed at all, but ain't no steps to that thing. You either
That's
in or
right.
out.
That's
So I think that that's one of the words that is really bringing harm to our families. And I would just encourage any family out there that is listening to the Mary J. Live show today, stop stepping. You get
that's
in or
right.
get out, but
Exactly.
stop
I'm so
stepping.
glad somebody else came in here and said that. That's how I feel about it as well because I believe that when you think about the whole step thing, and the stories, even a little fairy tale, it's stepmother, it's all or nothing. There's no
Yes.
part of anything, and when
No.
two becomes one, it becomes all of yours.
Everybody.
There's no piece of it.
Ain't no
Everybody.
pieces up in there,
That's
baby.
right.
It's all.
So I'm glad that I have somebody else
Hey,
in
we can
my
touch and
corner.
agree on that one,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. The step. I don't do the stepmother. I don't do the stepfather. I don't
No.
do the stepchildren.
No. You
Exactly.
in, you in. You my
That's it.
family, you my family.
That's it.
And so shortly after we had gotten married, a few months, we had opened our first business. And in the midst of trying to open our company, the investor that we had for our business pulled out on us. Mary Jane, I think that it had to be one of the darkest days of our life where we thinking, here we are, a young married couple, family. We bought our first house, cars, and we're ready to take on this entrepreneurial passion that we both always had. It ain't nothing like owning your own. And when you can own your own, it is something that within itself, even if owning your own don't mean a lot of money, there's
Right.
a lot of wealth and being able to set your own schedule,
That's right.
hire your
Yes.
own people,
Yes.
oversee your own company. It's a lot of power that goes with that. And and it shows that nobody owns you. The
Exactly.
public, because you are serving them. But as Black people, as a Black families, that's something that we've got to really get our focus on, and that is having if not many, but a family business, something that we as a
Ownership,
family have
entrepreneurship.
together. I remember calling. I'm always doing social justice work, and not because, not just because my husband and I found ourselves facing 297 years in prison, and I've served 2.5 years in prison myself. I've been home now for 14 years, and my husband has been gone. September 16th will make 19 years that
Wow.
he's been away from us. And so I'm always doing social justice work, trying to bring about a change. When God reveals something to you, when you are a follower of Christ, then you got to do something about what you see. You just can't walk away from it. And
Right.
I have never seen such depths of injustice in our criminal justice system as I did when I was up close and personal and in it. And I believe that my husband and I and our family have had the experience of being an incarcerated family simply so that God could use us for a higher purpose and a higher mission.
Yes.
I
Yes. I believe it.
I'm making a phone call to the courts to talk to a judge one day,
Mhm.
and I say, you got I said, I just wanted to let the judge speak with the judge and tell her that I don't approve of how she sentenced a lady. And the secretary says, I'm sorry, what's your name? I said, well, I told you my name, and I'm sure you have caller ID, and I would like to speak to the judge. And she says, well, who do you work for? Who do I work for? What the heck does it have me calling as a constituent and telling you that I have a problem with how the judge has sentenced a member of our community?
Right.
What does who I work for have anything to do with it? So It just showed me that mentality that others have when they employ you, that they control your life.
Right.
Now, look here, little girl, don't you be calling up here stirring no ruckus. I'm going to call Master Tom and tell him you on this telephone line when you supposed to be on his job picking his cotton, and we're gonna send you on home and teach you a lesson. No, we have power when we have our own businesses and our own ways of feeding our families. So
Right.
I think with our situation of being an incarcerated family for almost 19 years, the next thing that we have had to focus on was faith. I woke up this morning and I said, if I had to know how I was going to do what I needed to do or what needed to be done, I would be so immobilized.
Right.
Mary J.
Right.
I just have to walk in knowing that it has to be done. It must be done. I don't need to know all of the particulars on how
Exactly.
it's going to get done.
Right.
But when you have 6 children that you are responsible for, your husband is incarcerated, and you are the primary provider for all, you learn that word, that 5-letter word, real quick.
Yeah.
Because if you
Yes.
don't have
Yes.
it, you're not going very
Yes.
far without it.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Fox, your whole story is just phenomenal. And I just see God all in the mix of it. You know what I'm saying? What the devil meant for evil, girl.
You
Woo!
better tell him.
You know he's turned it around and worked it out for your
You better
good.
tell
And you
him.
still working at it. And I mean, it's just so amazing and how far God has brought you and your children and your business and all that you plan to do. And that's, I mean, that we ain't seen nothing yet. You
Yeah.
already know that, right, Freedom? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. You ain't seen nothing yet. So Freedom, let me give the mic to you for a moment as it relates to your mom. What are some of the greatest achievements that you see that your mom have already accomplished?
Where do I start?
I know. I
I
know.
know that definitely scriptures full of accomplishments.
That's
No, but I think
awesome.
honestly, something
Awesome.
that my mother has done best in regards to accomplishments is keeping our family united despite the odds that we face as an incarcerated family. Being able to not only defy the stereotype and the statistics that have been released, but being able to keep us together, keep us loving one another, and definitely remaining inspired. As a result of it, and not just keeping us united and together, but taking that work out into the community and being able to lobby legislation in order to further advance the path of those that are looking to get their loved ones home. So it's definitely a long list, and I'm sure we can talk about it all day. But I said it's a long list.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
What a blessed young man you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey man, so intelligent too.
Mary J., I was in handcuffs and shackles with an armed guard on my side and an armed guard outside of the door when the OBGYN doctor comes over to perform my sonogram. She moves my chains over to the side, lifts my shirt, and get the whole little fancy treatment that if I would have been a free citizen, I would have gotten. And she puts the sonogram on my tummy, and 2 heads popped up. Now,
Wow.
keep in mind, I'm facing 297 years behind bars. Okay.
Wow.
I have heard rumors of 40-year sentences circling about me. And here I am, pregnant with twins when I didn't even know this was something that was possible for my life. So
My God.
I just knew then at that moment, to me, for God to give us something so beautiful in the darkest
In the
moment of my
midst of
life,
them.
to me, that was saying, girl, I got you. You crazy, but you're gonna be all right. I got this. Just So my husband and I were set on having to name them something. Twin boys. When you are in a life's crisis, um, something that would really resound and have significance. And so we named them Freedom and Justice because there is nothing more important than your freedom.
That's
Because
right.
ain't no such thing as justice. It's
Just
just us.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
So,
it.
that has been a portion of our journey. And, my husband shortly after that was sentenced to 60 years in prison and in a crime that nobody received medical treatment in a crime that he was a first time felony offender. But because of the lack of knowledge about the courts, the wrong lawyer on our matter, We were ill guided, and they took my husband's life from him,
Oh my God.
not because of his crime, but simply because they could. And that is happening over and over and throughout, not just Louisiana, but across the world. It is just the belly of the beast of what is going on here in Louisiana, and that we keep letting them throw our loved ones away because we feel like they can't help it. You know, it used to be where they would hang us from trees just because a white woman may have said that we whistled at them,
Mm-hmm.
or
Right.
that we looked at them funny. So that gave them the right to hang us from the trees, and the federal government would not even implement anti-lynching laws to make it illegal for them to mob us and hang us from trees. And now, if you look at them shooting the young man up in Milwaukee
Mm-hmm.
that had a gun but was running away, he wasn't pointing at him,
Right.
huh?
Right.
And they used that, oh, because he had a gun, they gave us a right to
Right.
kill him. Now, he wasn't causing threat to anybody else, no harm to anybody else. So it used to be where, because you were caught whistling at a
Yes.
white person,
I
or
hear
caught
you. I feel you.
dating a white person, we can kill you. Now, oh, because you had a gun in your hand, and that gives us a right. They always looking for a right to kill us. But before they kill us in the flesh, they kill us in our spirits, Mary J, because they take our families from us, and they take love out of our homes. And if we ain't
Right.
got love, we ain't got nothing.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's how we can live in a society that has no value for our life, because we got no love in our homes, no appreciation for our families. We focused on what we gonna wear and what we gonna drive and what we gonna live, and not the
Mm-hmm.
people in our homes, our family. The focus has to be on the family.
Yes, it does. And that's why you're here today, my
That's
girl.
why we're here on the Mary J Live show, because we came to talk
Real
about putting
talk.
our focus
Real
back
talk.
on our family,
Exactly.
bringing our families back together again, and building them up and making them strong, because that's how our army is built. It's built in one house at a time.
That's right. Absolutely. And and the head, like you said, taking the head out of the home, that band, that husband band around the house to keep the
Yes,
family together,
yes,
to keep it flowing and
yes.
going in the right direction. But I'm just delighted, Fox, to have you here.
Oh, you talk about band, Mary J. My husband would say to me, it's like, you heard of mercy killing,
Right.
where people say that, they had, their loved one had cancer, was suffering so bad, and they just wanted to take them out of their misery. Well, being an incarcerated family, the pain and the suffering, the long suffering, is much like having a disease eating away at your body. And I would say to my husband, why won't you let me go?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to just leave, but why don't you set me free? Why don't you let me go, and let me move away from this painful experience? And he would say to me, because I can't let go of my family. This is my family. No matter where we are, no matter what we're going through, this is what God has put together. And I refuse to let anything break it apart.
Wow.
Not even this experience. Love is the most powerful chemical in the universe, Fox, he would say to me.
I love
And
it.
it dissolves everything that is not of itself. Love never fails, so we will never fail. All we've got to do is stick together. And I'm saying, are you crazy, man? This is absurd. Mary J, it has been 19 years, September 16th, and I love my husband more today than I did when I met him when I was 16 years old.
Isn't that beautiful?
We're closer today than we were almost 29 years ago, because we met in November. And just to be able to have a teammate, even
Mm.
from there, it doesn't matter where you are with your
Right.
family.
Right.
I learned that true meaning, that is not about um, a physical structure that makes a home, but your
Absolutely.
home is where your heart is.
That's absolutely true. Yes,
Whole
it
lot of
is.
hollow, cute structures out
Yes,
there,
yes,
and
yes,
it don't
yes.
feel like home
Trust
nowhere around.
me.
It's just a cute, nice little structure where everybody come in, pass through, and pass back out of.
Trust me. Been there. You know what I'm saying? We call it the picture perfect, the
Yeah,
little white picket fence,
yeah.
nightmare on Elm
Elm Street.
Street. Been there. But we're getting ready to go into a break. You all stay right there with us. You tuned into Real Talk with Mary J. We're live. I hope you're having a Merry Monday with us. I have my girl Fox in the studio on today and her son Freedom. I want you to come and share with us. We're going in a little bit deeper when we come right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for more.
There are moments in life when we hesitate. Buying a home shouldn't be one. Markets are changing and interest rates are still low. Now is the time to make your move. At Rock Steady Realty, we are determined to find a home for you. We know the area, provide personal attention and more convenience. For all your residential and commercial needs, contact Willie Jones at Rock Steady Realty at 504-460-3819. Discover the Rock Steady difference.
This is Captain Black.
This is Brother Al Mims. Join us for our new show,
The Hostages that Fight Back, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central.
We are all hostages to something.
But it's up to us.
Find the courage to fight back and make the change.
So tune in to become the change you want to see in the world here on New Orleans Talk Network.
Brothers and sisters! Brothers and sisters! I don't know what this world is coming to.
You wanted that phone, and the answer was no. You needed that car, and the answer was still no. Your family liked that apartment, but they said no again. They even turned you down for the job you applied for, all based on a bad credit report. Your credit can be restored. Call Bethesda Community Development Corporation at 504-348-0132. Don't allow a bad credit report to hold you back any longer. Call BCDC at 504-348-0132.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worship, a church designed for those who love God's word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Crown Properties Incorporated, development and property management specialists, specializing in commercial and residential properties. With over 20 years experience, we specialize in property management, tenant placement, rent collection. We also manage single-group housing. We have a full-time maintenance staff, 24-hour emergency on-call service, and we're fully licensed and insured. Let us do all the work while you receive the monthly checks. At Crown Properties Incorporated. For more information, call 504-366-4001. That number again is 504-366-4001. Or come visit us at 405 Gretna Boulevard, Suite 109, Gretna, Louisiana. Crown Properties Incorporated. For all your property management needs. You be the investor, we'll be the landlord. Crown Properties Incorporated.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hi, I'm Linda Lewis, Director of Armstrong Family Services. I'm here to remind you that anyone can become homeless, even you. Armstrong Family Services is a nonprofit organization that serves families in crisis. We focus on keeping homeless families together. Post Katrina, we have helped over 1,000 families. Now we need your help. For more information, please call 504-899-2995.
Thank you!
Happy Mary Monday. You tuned in to Real Talk with Mary Jae, and we're live on New Orleans Talk Network. We're in the studio today. We're having our focus on the family segment. And I have my girl Sharon with me in the studio, and I am excited. I don't know, you guys, you really need to be in the room because there's so much energy in this room on this morning. You know, my girl Fox Rich is here, and her son Freedom is sharing with us today. As we focus on the family, we're going in a little deeper. Before our commercial break, I hope you were right there with us. Fox shared a little bit of piece about her story and just how God is doing some phenomenal things in her marriage and in her family. And she's just keeping it all together. And she said, "It's love." You know, Tina Turner said, "What's love got to do with it?"
Hey,
You know, but love has a whole lot to do.
everything,
Everything. You're right about it. Everything to do with it. And
everything.
listen, you guys, you're gonna hear some amazing things that Fox have in store too. And I want you all to connect with my girl. Go to her social page, Fox Rich. Go to her page, become her friend. Follow Fox or at Fox Rich. And also, she has her own car dealership, right, Fox?
Yes, yes, yes. Car dealership has us probably would be more the synopsis of it, Mary Kay. But we do personal auto buying for those busy people like you that don't have time to go and negotiate and go from point A to point B looking for a car, or
Yes.
spending hours on Craigslist looking for a car. So we do personal auto buying. You tell us what you want, what you're looking for, and how much you want to spend, and we're going to get that for you. And then we've got guaranteed financing for those that have had some credit hiccups along the way. If you need some transportation, all you've got to do is give us a call. You can check out our website, which is richmotorsnola.com, richmotorsnola.com. And or the name of the company is Rich Motors of New Orleans. You can look us up and come out and let us take care of you and your car buying needs. Even if you just got a question, Mary J, because most of us don't know anything about buying a car.
Right.
And it is the second largest purchase that you will make in your life. And if you do not do it well, you will show up be in trouble.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Fox, I'm just happy to have you. And like I said before, when I think about family, you know, and how you're just keeping and listen, you guys, you know, y'all talk about a cookie line. Cookie line ain't got nothing on my girl Fox. She ain't got nothing. You know, when I was watching Empire, Fox, do you know I thought of you every time
do,
Cookie
you,
opened her
do you
mouth?
know if I had $1 for every time somebody refers to me as Cookie Lions, then I would probably
Rich,
not need to sell
it
any more
really.
cars. You know, we might be pretty well off if I just had $1 for every time somebody makes a, but I think that Cookie Lyons is definitely a strong character. And
Yes,
just
I
even
love
on
her.
that
I love
show,
her.
I just would like to see them work in unison and show more love as a family than what we already got enough of, which is the divide and conquer
Right,
issues that we've got going on. That,
right.
Lucius would get sense enough to realize that Cookie is his woman and that he can be a better man when he locks in, his woman.
Yes.
Because family is everything.
It is. And and I think it's leading there. I think the devastation of all of the madness that they had to show is all real stuff that happens in real life. But of course, that's not where we are, and that's not where we want to be. But there's so many different people that struggle in so many areas.
Yeah.
They don't have the breakthrough that you have. They don't have the mindset that you may have. So we got to reach people right where they are,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm so thankful for the platform of Real Talk with Mary J. Because look, I like to
Yeah.
deal with real folk,
Yeah, with some
fake
real
and phony
stuff. Because
folk.
we got
I'm allergic to them kind of folk. I break out. I go the other
guys.
way. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with it. But my girl Fox is real, as real as and show so much love. And I met you, Fox, like I said, a few years ago.
Yeah, that time is
Wow,
moving.
it
It's
has. It
moving.
has. I
We've
met
been
you.
in New Orleans 2 years now, and I met you when I first moved here. So
Yes,
one of my first hearts, we're sister hearts.
that's right. That's
Hmm.
right. And we were at my daughter's show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and we've been connected
because
ever
she
since.
can blow. Somebody like that, you've got to connect to the mama when you have seen the
Oh,
source. You're like,
thank you.
that is wonderful. She definitely has a gift. You've done a marvelous job with your family, Mary J.
Thank you,
People tell
Fox.
me all the time that our children say for us what we could never begin to say for ourselves.
Right.
And my husband and I, having 6 sons, um, the eldest son graduated from college this past May. The second oldest son graduated from college May of 2015, and he just started at Meharry in their dental school
Wow.
at the beginning of August. The third oldest son is in his third year of college at Prairie View A&M, and as of August 29th,
Yes.
today, the twin boys, Freedom and Justice. Justice is back at Rich Motors with the youngest son, working on some car deals, so they couldn't join us for the interview. But I do have Mr. Freedom, and he talks enough for the other three. Believe me, he's not saying much right now, but he does talk enough for the other three. But Freedom and Justice were just accepted at 16 years old to Tulane University. Mary
Awesome.
J.
Yes.
They are college bound students. And this morning, because we got caught with a little hiccup, this morning we launched a GoFundMe campaign for them. We are $4,710 short of what they need to register.
Okay.
So, I'm a hustling sister. I'm thinking, well, we'll pay down and then we'll just make monthly payments, right?
Right.
So last week we're calling Tulane to see, like what their payment schedule was, right? The only payment schedule they had was full by the first day of class, or you will not be in school.
Okay.
I was like, that kind of blows it. So this morning I launched a GoFundMe campaign, and it is Give Five for Freedom and Justice.
I
And
love that.
it is to help raise the $4,710 that we are short to get these young brothers in college. Freedom, talk to them about what you're going to do when you get into college.
Well, definitely. First off, before going forward, you have to know where it is that you have been. And so, looking back, I know that I have a support system that is a lot bigger than I am. So, whenever I get to Tulane, I definitely want to make the most of the opportunity, being able to mix and mingle with different cultures and different people, and really expand my knowledge on that certain aspect. I know that I have a serious interest in either business or law.
Yes, you
Something that,
do. Yes, you do. I know
as
that
mediocre
too.
as it may be, but
Right.
definitely business or law, so that I can use my law degree to help those that don't have the representation that they need in the severe criminal justice courts that are here in New Orleans, or being able to grasp some kind of business concepts or strategies, and investing here back in our business. So definitely one of those degrees would help to further advance that initiative.
See, and 16 years old.
16. So they finished high school 2 years early, Mary J. And I just said to myself, Lord, I'm going to do this GoFundMe because I just know we're not going to have these boys finish high school. Most babies can't even get out of high school,
Right.
especially when they come with the
2 years
with the
early.
situation that our family has of being an incarcerated family. But not only do you finish 2 years before you're supposed to. And I just am like, if I got to get out on the corner between now and August 29th and wash some cars or do some windshield wipers or something, I got to make sure that we raise this other money so that these boys can enroll in college at the end of the month.
$4,700.
$4,700 is all we are short, and we're gonna trust God to
And
give
you
it
know
to
he's
us.
gonna do it.
Oh, and some,
Oh
and some.
yeah,
He may even get a little book money out of that.
that's
Shucks.
right. That's
But
right.
in my book, I do have a book where I write our story,
Yes,
what we have been through, and I think that
that's
it
right.
would be a blessing to other people, especially those families that are incarcerated. Mary J, to be able to go from the very onset of our union to our crime to where we are today, which is still working to get relief for my husband. He will have
Yes.
served 19 years as of September the 16th, and has had one write up in the 19 years that was thrown out.
Mhm.
So it speaks volumes about the people that we have behind bars that we are paying unnecessary tax dollars for that should be home being taxpayers
Right.
instead of taxpayers' dollars going toward their care. And we got a lot of work to do there. So the book is the one that got away. Lessons learned from the one that got away. You can find it on Amazon.com, or you can reach me through my website, which is foxrich.com, and I can better serve you in getting a copy. Just let us know. But it definitely may bless you or a loved one that you have that is incarcerated.
Right. Let's hear a little bit more about the one that got away. Let the people know in the book what is it that they can look for. What are some of the nuggets that they'll be able to receive from purchasing that book? Because you have a phenomenal story, and I want them to know.
I think that one we talked about already was this, just that I learned that family was the greatest institution known to mankind.
Yes.
And if you can master that institution, not the institution of the military or the education or any of those institutions, if you can master family and building family, you have really got something that will take you through this life and make it easier.
Yes.
The second thing that the book talks about is, faith. when there is absolutely nothing, you can see no glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel, and
Right.
being able to continue to walk in faith and know that for everything there is a reason and a divine purpose under the sun, that God has divinely created us, and I got some work that I've got to do, and this is just a part of my ministry and my mission. But not giving up. I recognize that life, when you got life, you got everything you need.
Right. Yes.
And most
Absolutely.
of us think that, we get to acting like we supposed to be here. Like, somebody promised us a many more tomorrows, and all we really have is right now, and this moment and this experience, and being able to take it and make the most out of it. One of the things that is challenging for a incarcerated family is living for tomorrow and not living for today.
Right. Right. And Fox, and I've watched you even as it relates to engagements that you may have, your speaking engagements. We want to talk a little bit about the children, the challenges, and the champions. I watched you. You went and spoke at some church, and your kids introduced you, and I just was so blessed by that. I just thought that was so great, the way they introduced their mom, and each one had a part in it. And Lil Rob, he didn't want to be left out. I think they were trying to like go right into it, having you to
Yeah,
come up. Lil Rob was like, hold
Hold
up,
up.
wait
exactly.
a minute.
Anything that we can do, he thinks he can do better. So
Yes.
It was just a great, and listen to me guys out there, you have to get my girl Fox's book, and I know it's gonna bless you and your entire family, just to see, just as what she have already said, family and faith in her focus with her children, and what she's doing in their lives. I mean, Freedom and Justice is going into college at 16 years old already. One is in dental school, the other one has graduated from college, and Lil Rob is just right there, and he's getting ready to do his thing. And doesn't he do something
He
downtown?
dances down in the French Quarters. He's
Downtown.
also one of the Pelican dancers for the Pelicans. He's one of their kid dancers as well. And so he's about to re-audition for them next week. They've got a
Yeah,
new season coming up. So he's just waiting any day now. He says he's going to be an international superstar, Mary J. So I'm just like, okay, baby, do your thing,
I
work it
believe
out.
it.
But I met it was some years ago, and this was one of those pivotal things that helped me in life. Here I am. I just got home from prison. I'm broke.
Mhm.
I mean, in every sense of the word, I've got no capital. I've come home from prison, and I've got four kids that I have picked up with, that I have been gone from for 2.5 years. So I'm having to reestablish my role as mother. Um, One of the things that I appreciate with my mother is that she did not allow my children to call her mother while I was away.
Yeah,
That she held the role as grandmother and did not try to remove my role as their
that's
mother.
good.
That was
That's
really
important.
important for
Yes,
me to come
very,
back,
very.
and not say, stop calling my mama mama. That's your grandmother,
Mhm.
and I'm your mother. So,
Mhm.
just getting our roles. What role are we supposed to be playing in this family
Right.
in alignment? But I went to lunch with this multimillionaire. He was in real estate, and he and another multimillionaire were passing through my city, and I had met them when I was doing some work in the halfway house. And he says, "I'm gonna take you to breakfast. I got a friend of mine I want you to meet." So I go, and the gentleman's talking because he says that this guy is richer than him. So I'm saying to myself, if he got more money than you got, and I know you worth about $8 to $10 million, then yes, I've definitely got to meet him. So
Mhm.
we at the breakfast table at IHOP, and he's just going on about his businesses, and I say, "You must have a lot of people working for you, Mary J." That's why I tell him, "You must have a whole lot of staff and people working for you." That man, he's out of Lafayette. He said, "Oh no, chef, I got three children. What I need anybody working for me for? And I got three children." And I said, three? Well, shoot, I got five. And you got three, and you don't need no help, and I got five. Shoot, I went home and revamped my entire plan at that moment. And that was saying that when you have children, you have helpers.
Yes.
You have teammates,
Yes.
not servants, but teammates. People that can play a role, and you better your children when you allow them to come forth and produce and contribute to the well-being of the entire family. My children are involved. I mean, they work the car dealership with me every day.
That's good.
That's what I mean,
And
that's
see,
what
and
we do.
I believe in young entrepreneurship. I believe in raising up children to be leaders and not followers. And we're getting ready to wrap this up because we're getting ready to be out of time. But I don't believe in kids just being on the corner with a sign in a bucket. Give them a
okay,
vision.
okay.
Yeah, let them have a vision and show them where they're going. And I always tell them all the time when they come up to the cars, I'll be like, "Where's your leader?" You teach children how to have a vision. You give them a business mindset, and I see that's what you've done, and that's what you're doing, Fox. And you're keeping
Everybody want to eat, gotta work.
That's
Doggone
right.
it. That's how we
That's
used to do it
right.
on the farm days. You had to wake up, go feed the cows, and all that good stuff before you left to go to school.
Right.
You have to have some responsibility to the family, or you'll feel like the family owes you something,
Exactly.
and not you owe the family for even being here. We are with Mary Jae.
My girl Fox. I wasn't looking for a wolf when I came in here. I said I'm looking for my girl Fox to come through here. I'm glad you tuned in with us and have Merry Monday on today with Real Talk with Mary Jae. Thank you, Fox, for coming
Thank you,
in.
Mary
Thank
Jae,
you
for
for
having me.
freedom.
It was a pleasure.